Welcome back to the channel. Excited about this episode because it is eye-opening. It is extremely eye-opening. So stick and stay. My name is Joycey and this is Evolve with Joycey. Did you know? Now the very first is that you have been using Slur and Slang wrongly. You have been using it wrongly. Now look, I'm going to open the dictionary, specifically the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and we're going to both find out the meanings of these words, shall we? Let's start with slur. Slur spelled S-L-U-R. And let me do a screen recording so that I can put it beside the video, right? So the first is slur, and it is pronounced slur. And the first definition is insulting or disparaging remark or innuendo, right? Then the second is a shaming or degrading effect. The third is to slip so as to cause a slur, used of a sheet being printed. I hope you are getting it. To slide or slip over without due mention, consideration, or emphasis. So let me try to read something. An insulting or disparaging remark or innuendo, a shaming or degrading effect, a blurred spot in printed matter. What I'm doing is not slurring. And yeah, I know I burst your bubble, but that is like forming an accent, not slurring, based on the definition we just read together. Now let's move on to slang. Slang spelled S-L-A-N-G, and the meaning reads language peculiar to a particular group. Does that ring a bell? That sounds like jargon, because of course jargon is a synonym to slang. So, great. Fam. Slang is language peculiar to a particular group, and a synonym is jargon. So the next time someone is forming an accent, please don't say the person is slurring or slanging or however we used to say it. I hope that this helps someone. Moving right along, let us look at the difference between faith and faith. I know that's also an issue, but faith spelled F-A-T-E, and the meaning is an inevitable or often adverse outcome, condition, or end. So an example is her fate was to remain in exile. Or in simple terms, a final outcome. So the fate of a person. Now let's move on to faith. Faith spelled F-A-I-T-H, and the meaning is believe and trust in and loyalty to God, or complete trust in simple terms. So please, I hope that you get the difference between faith and faith now, and you get it that slur and slang mean completely different things to what you thought they meant. Moving right along is the word hypocrite. Look, I've been wanting to address this for a while now, because in Ghana you don't have to do so much. Yeah, you are a hypocrite. Like, and trust me, 80% of the time, the people using that word do not know the meaning. You know, when we all assume that we know something, and we've all not really gone back to check what it really means, that is Ghana. So with hypocrite, from social media to real life to even like essays, people write hypocrite and they have their own meaning to this word, and it is funny but serious. So can we all just stop assuming that we know things? Can we start going back to finding the meanings of things? For instance, when someone speaks to you and uses a word, can we just be humble? Can we be humble and ask that, hey, what does that word mean? And save ourselves from like humiliation. Cause yo, and I'm talking too much, but yeah. Go to the dictionary. Again, I'm using the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Hypocrite spelled HYPOCRITE, and it means a person who puts on a false appearance of virtue or religion. A person who acts in contradiction to his or her stated beliefs or feelings. Let me go over the second one. A person who acts in contradiction to his or her stated beliefs or feelings. So not everything someone does makes them a hypocrite. Like, can we stop that? Because sometimes you read a scenario and you're trying to wrap your head around it. Like, why is this person calling this other person a hypocrite? Do they understand the word? Honey, I just helped you and you are welcome. You're welcome. Moving right along. I thought to add this because dozen. Like when we say a dozen is basically a group of 12. Yeah. And you're welcome. Now moving on to the big issue. Diamonds are not rare. Diamonds are not rare. It has all been marketed to you. Dear brides to be, diamonds are not rare. I'm going to read this research conducted to you, and I hope that you'll be illuminated as I was. The lights will hit you. De Beers, a diamond corporation, after discovering diamonds in South Africa somewhere in the 1800s, decided to make money from this plenteous, beautiful but short-lived stone. How are they going to continue to make money from the stone since it was plenteous and short-lived? They sat down and birthed the strategy to attach it to love, the strongest emotion, and to women, the strongest sex. A diamond is forever. You've heard it. You've believed it. We have all fallen for the creative genius of excellent advertising. If you measured slogans by the amount of money they generated from thin air, this slogan might be second to none. Advertising Age magazine named it the best ad slogan of the 20th century. Following ads featuring celebrities and carrying the "Our diamond is forever" slogan, the general public, the whole world, actually started wanting diamonds to signify love. De Beers were the first people to start a diamonds company somewhere in the 1800s. Well, brace yourself for the truths about diamonds you've never bothered to find. Diamonds are not forever. And these are from former De Beers chairman and billionaire Nicky Oppenheimer. Diamonds are intrinsically worthless. They actually decay faster than most rocks. Did you know? In fact, it loses 50% of its value right after you purchase from the jeweler. Diamonds are not rare. Some companies actually struggle managing supply. No wonder they tie their ads to love, to marriage, in effect, to women, so that the illusion of it being precious will almost never fade away. I have a friend who wants nothing on her wedding day but a diamond ring. The strategy has worked for decades. I hope that you found this valuable, and I hope that you've been informed. I know it will take time, but I hope that you don't make your husband-to-be break a bank to get you a diamond ring to show his love to you, dear bride. And you, Mr. Groom, I hope that you don't spend the rest of your savings on this just to prove your love to your wife-to-be. I know you're surprised. I was when I found out too. And you're welcome. This is the end of this video, and I hope that you had some value from this video. Thank you for watching always, and please subscribe if you like my kind of content. I talk about everything that makes us better versions of ourselves, and once in a while I throw in did you knows to inform us of things that I am also learning. So let's become better together. Subscribe to the channel if you like my content, and like if you loved it, and share with your friends who will find this valuable. Thanks for watching, and as always, love. See you in my next one. Bye.